those who are engaged in Galamsey are government in power, military in power, police in power, and then chiefs in power. None of these people, if they do not want Galamsey operation to take place, will anybody have the power to be able to operate in Galamsey. If the chiefs of the community says no, I am telling you, not even the president has the authority to do Galamsey. Let him bring his camera distance quickly. In Galamsey or mining, I would tell you that government in power, politicians in power, military men and policemen in authority, and chiefs in power. None of these people, when they do not want anybody to involve in Galamsey, will anybody has the authority to participate in Galamsey. As a matter of fact, if Asante Hene says that he doesn't want anybody in Ashanti region to engage in Galamsey, nobody dares. Nobody dares the Asante Hene. If President Mahama decides to stop Galamsey and send the military to stop them, nobody can do it. If the police commander in the community wants to stop Galamsey, nobody can do it. So tell me, if they are performing and operating Galamsey, then there's power backing them, or they themselves are the one engaged in it. I have visited so many Galamsey sites, and most of these sites are being operated by civil societies, are being operated by military institutions, police, chiefs, elders, government officials, MPs, ministers of state, and others. They own a lot of concession. So for me, it is very easy to stop Galamsey if we want to. We must all be ready and willing to stop it. And then what government can do is to first of all operate a legal form of mining, allow people to do large-scale mining and small-scale mining using the requisite technology to be able to extract the gold out of it. But my problem is that even with the big mining companies, we as citizens, we are becoming poorer against foreigners in our country. Why? Because all these large-scale mining companies are owned by foreigners and not Ghanaians. So why will we sit down as a country and allow foreigners to take over our mining sector, the right resources that Ghana needs to be able to build our country? It's been taken over by foreigners. The oil industry has been taken over by foreigners. The mining industry has been taken over by foreigners. Bauxite taken over by foreigners. Banking sector taken over by foreigners. Even housing sector taken over by foreigners. I mean, ask ourselves, which aspect of our institution do we manage except the presidency? So the President Mahama should sit up. President Mahama should begin to implement new policies and new strategies and vision that will change the future of Ghana. The future of Ghana is not just about creating jobs. It's also about maintaining and protecting the citizens, their rights and their properties. If you are talking about job creation and your minerals, your resources is in the hands of the wrong people, what are you fighting for job for? That is the job. Let's get back our oil and give it back to Ghanaians. Let's get back the mining sector, the big time mining sector, and give it back to Ghanaians. The oil sector, give it back to Ghanaians. Why are we third-class citizens in our own country? I will very pretentious, because we know what is right and what is wrong, yet we pretend as if we are fighting Galamsey. Meanwhile, when there's new government, then the old government members will leave the site and the new government member will come and take over, or they work together. That's what has been happening over the years. Let's be sincere. When you go now to the Galamsey side, it will be NDC boys who are there, either working with the MPP boys or taking out the MPP boys and taking over. You know what happens when there's new change of government. You saw what happened in Takwa when the boys went to take over the mining sector. Why? Because their government is in power. So this is what happens at the Galamsey side. Now, when you go to all the Galamsey pit, it's managed by NDC boys. That's a fact. So are we fighting our Galamsey, or are we being we are pretending? That's it.